looking out for others, bending a helping hand, and they need a little extra hustle or a little extra muscle, doing whatever you can. But now it's you who're up a little trouble. Now it's you who seems a little doubtful, and you need friends who take the time to care about you. Oh, the time has come to say you can depend on us today. You can depend on us to see you through. Just relax and take your rest, because you deserve the best. Because anything we can do, we'll do for you. Anything we can do, we'll do for you. You're the kind of person always looking out for others, someone who understands when they restore your smile. She can sweep the flowers, doing whatever you can. But now it's you who looks a little shaky now. It's you who seems a little quaky, and you need friends who take the time to care about you. For the time has come to say you can depend on us today. You can depend on us to see you through. Just relax and take your rest, because you deserve the best. Because anything we can do, we'll do for you. Anything we can do, we'll do for you.
Mr. Conductor, you can stay here and rest and get over your cold. Yeah, we'll make a bed and take care of you.
Really? You would do that? Well, then I must get into my pajamas. I can't possibly get better unless I'm in my pajamas. I'll be back before you can say, you made this for me?
Yeah, so you can rest and grow strong again. It even has holes in it. You can breathe when the top is on.
I'm not used to people doing special things for me.
You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you guys know any neat stories? Nope.
Well, how about I tell you a story?
Okay, yeah.
This is a story about Henry, the green engine. He had an accident and then came back from the works with a wonderful new shape. I warned you beforehand it has some sneezing in it, so stand back.
Gordon was cross. Why should Henry have a new shape? He grumbled. A shape good enough for me is good enough for him. He goes gallivanting off, leaving us to do his work, and comes back saying how happy he feels. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Henry whistles too much. No respectable engine ever whistles loudly at stations. It isn't wrong, but we just don't do it. Poor Henry didn't feel happy anymore. Never mind, whispered Percy. I'm glad you're home again. I like your whistling. Goodbye, Henry, called Gordon. We're glad to have you with us again, but remember what I said. Later, Henry stopped at Edward's station. Hello, Henry, said Edward. You look splendid. I was pleased to hear your happy whistle yesterday. Thank you, Edward, smiled Henry. Can you hear something? It sounds like Gordon, said Edward, and it ought to be Gordon. But Gordon never whistled like that. It was Gordon. He came rushing down the hill at a tremendous rate. He didn't look at Henry, and he didn't look at Edward. He screamed straight through the station and disappeared. Well, said Edward. It isn't wrong, chuckled Henry, but we just don't do it. And he told Edward what Gordon had said. Meanwhile, Gordon screeched along the line. The noise was awful. station, everyone covered their ears. Sir Topham Hatt covered his ears, too. "Take him away," he bellowed, "and stop that noise." Gordon puffed sadly away, but he wouldn't stop whistling until two fidders climbed up and knocked his whistle valve in place. That night, Gordon slunk into the shed. He was glad it was empty. "It isn't wrong," murmured Henry to no one in particular, "but we just don't do it." No one mentioned whistles. Next morning, Henry was enjoying himself enormously. "I feel so well. I feel so well," he sang. "Tickety-tock, tickety-tock," hummed his coaches. Then he saw some boys on a bridge. "Beep, beep. Hello," he whistled. "Oh," he called. The boys didn't wave and take his number. They thought it fun to drop stones on him instead. "They've broken our glass! They've broken our glass!" cried the coaches. The passengers weren't hurt, but they were cross. "Call the police." "No," said the driver. "Leave it to Henry and me." "What will you do?" they asked. "Can you keep a secret?" "Yes, yes." "Well then," said the driver, "Henry is going to sneeze at those boys." Lots of people were waiting at the station just before the bridge. They wanted to see what would happen. "Henry has plenty of ashes," said the driver. "Please keep all windows shut till we've passed the bridge. Henry's as excited as we are, aren't you, old fellow?" Henry felt more stuffed up than excited. Soon they could see the boys, and they all had stones. "Are you ready, Henry?" said the driver. "Sneeze hard when I tell you." "Now," he said. Achoo! "Well done, Henry," laughed his driver. Henry went home, hoping that next time he saw Gordon and the boys, they would have learned not to be so mean.
Sometimes a sneeze can come in handy. I'm getting sleepy. Thank you for the story.
Well, you told us enough, Mr. Conductor.
Oh, yes. Well, I thank you then.
You rest now and get your strength back.
My talking balloon won't talk anymore.
Maybe you ran out of things to say.
Yeah. I was only talking about my hair and how good-looking I was all the time. I mean, you can hardly blame me.
Oh, Becky! Becky!
You got me a present, Becky. Oh, Becky, here, hold it. Oh, isn't that nice? Ooh. What is it? 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 I know. You want me to wait until my birthday, but Emer, every day is birthday. A scarf and some earmuffs for a doll? What's this for? I already got a scarf and an earmuff for my doll.
Hey, do you think Mr. Conductor is back to his old self again? I guess all he needed was a little rest and someone to take care of him.
Reach for the key, reach for the wisdom, go where the rail may run.